So today we are discussing maximizing the potential of the Rwandan market, discussing Rwanda. Like I said earlier, that Rwanda has been called the Singapore of Africa. Rwanda has really made us know that, look, if a leader is determined and ready to do the job, the country can work. Someone was telling me of a story of someone that visited Rwanda, and he was saying that, I think it was in an hotel, he lost his phone actually. He lost his phone. And they told him in the hotel that he will find it. Guess what? That same evening, the police called and they traced that hotel because he was calling the number, and they traced the hotel and they brought the phone for him. Is that serious? And those people that visited say the environment is very clean, as in very clean. And the country is working. Of course, there will be one or two issues here and there. They still have their challenges, but likely the Rwandans are happy to be called Rwanda. And this is a country that had a genocide some years back. But today, the story is different. Here is Rwanda. And you can see that Rwanda is a landlocked country. It doesn't have access to the ocean, even though there are some rivers and body of water and lake here and there. But it's a country largely landlocked. Population is very small, 12,301. 12,301, sorry, 12,301, 12.3 million people, scoring 76.5%. Can you see? Can you see? 76.5%. That is impressive. 76.5%. Even though it's a low-income country, but sincerely, this country have been able to show that we can make a country to work. Scoring number 38 among almost 200 countries in the world, scoring 76.5% on the ease of doing business, ladder, and showing really that, look, they are interested in getting people to come and set up and do business in their country. Like I said, this country is located east of DRC, in Central Africa, north of Burundi, and it's a landlocked country without access to the ocean, even though there are lakes around it. So anything going to Rwanda must go by road or air or by rail, when the rails are built across Africa. This country is predominantly Christian, from Adventist to Protestant to Catholic, and 2% Muslim. Remember, religion dictates a lot about how a country by the culture, the lifestyle, the behavior of the people in Africa and in many parts of the world is influenced by the religion. So that they are Christian gives you an idea of what you can sell. If it's a Muslim country, you know, pork cannot. You know, there was this story of a particular product, luxurious WC for toilet, but the flush, the knob for flushing was on the right-hand side, not like this current one that you have it on top for most of the new ones. But this time around, those days, you have it on the right-hand side. And because Muslims, they revert the right-hand side and they won't use it in the toilet. Another country, another business in the Middle East, this similar toilet, but put the knob on the left and they sold to the people that appreciate luxury goods in that environment, or those that can afford it. Population, about 30 million estimate July 2021. And you can see official language, Kinyarwanda, French, and of course Swahili. Of course Swahili. Of course Swahili. Agri products from Rwanda include banana, sweet potato, cassava, potato, plantain, beans, maize, gourd, milk, taro. And industries, cement, agric, small-scale beverages, soap, furniture, shoe, plastic, textile, cigarettes. When you see the kind of product or industry in the country, it gives you can make 2 cents out of it. Number one is a sign that you have competitors on ground. Number two is a sign that they are buying, and they will buy because they are already producing, so they will buy if they don't have enough. But it's also a sign that there is competitor, or there are competitors there that you must be ready to compete with. It's a low-income country with GNI per capita of $780. Urbanization, 17.6% of the population. So the country is well dispersed. You know, urbanization lets you know how much cost you are going to incur on distribution. If it's going to cost a lot to distribute within the country or not, urbanization make that possible. Urbanization gives us a sense of that. Urbanization let us know if that will be the case. If it will be that we are going to be able to distribute goods within the country. If there are 50, 60, 70 people in urban centers, that means to reach people outside urban centers, it's a lot of cost. Sorry, if there are few people in urban centers, like the case of Rwanda, that means there are more money that will be required for building distribution channel. In this case now, it will happen in Rwanda. You need more money. If there are 50, 60 people in the urban center, then the cost of distribution will be lesser in that country. Literacy rate is 73.2%. That also explains the reason why the country is thriving. Inflation is 3.3%. GDP is $10.33 billion. What? You know, it's amazing, sincerely, how small some African countries are, and they are, in terms of, look at this GDP now. I mean, the country is how much? Just about 12 million people. Times 10. If they are 120, that would be about 100 million. If they are 240, that would be about 200 million. In terms of GDP per capita, Nigeria is not doing badly. So the question is, anyway, I think the challenge in Africa is uneven distribution of wealth, such that even though sometimes if you look at some of these figures, you're asking yourself, where is it? Where is it really? This country is largely service-driven, 51.5% service, agri 30, and industry 17.6. 51.5% service. And that's similar to what you have in other African countries. Age structure, just like many other African countries, this country has 60% of the population below 25 years. That speaks volume as usual, letting you know that if you are going to sell in that country, don't sideline that population. That population, they are heavy set of people willing, ready, able to buy. Set of people willing, ready, and able to buy. You can't sideline them. You can't sideline them. They are very important and key component. They are very important and key component of that society. Of that society. And they are major buyers and large consumers within that environment. Let's move on because of time. Can you export the product you plan to export? Do you have enough demand in the market? And we'll check if there is enough demand. Do you have a compelling value proposition? What's your unique selling point? Do you understand your target market? That is what we are discussing today, making a sense of the Rwandan market. Can you meet the market price expectation? That's what you have to check out. Do you have a distribution and marketing plan? Do you have capacity and capability to export? Have you investigated payment issue in that country? Can you fund your export drive, and have you developed an export plan? Rwanda is 143 economy in the world, number 143 in terms of economy in the world, number 152 total export, 156 total import. Total import of this country in 2018 is 970 million, total export rather, and import is 1.98 billion, having a very heavy negative trade balance. Having a very heavy negative trade balance. Having a very heavy negative trade balance. Very heavy because that's negative 1 billion. Can you imagine? That's negative 1 billion. All right. The top export of Rwanda is gold, niobium, tantalum, vanadium, zirconium, coffee, tin, tea. And top imports include furniture, broadcasting equipment, baked goods, plastic wares, pulley system. Destination of Rwanda exports, UAE. 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 United States. Thailand. Thailand. Uganda. Kenya. This country exports to UAE, United States, Thailand, Pakistan, China, and import from Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, China, and India. Now, in 2019, the import of Rwanda was 1.35 billion. $1.35 billion. Gold, coffee. Gold, coffee, refined petroleum, tin oil, tea, palm oil, yeast, are major exports of Rwanda. Sorry, I'm seeing a little issue with my slide. Let me talk about the import side. I can see that a number of the information I have on my slide are on the export, and I'm very much particular on the import and the reason why I'm particular on the import is because import is actually what we will be interested in as Nigerians, because we really want to sell in Rwanda. We really would like to sell in Rwanda. Why I'm trying to get that up? Let's look at some of those items they export. Look at how much Rwanda is making from basket works, 1.47 million. Can you imagine? From basket work. From basket work, 1.47 million. Okay, so Rwanda actually spent 2.81 billion on imports in 2019. 2.81 billion on import in 2019. Now, out of that, petroleum products, 518 million. Cement, petroleum products, petrol salt, chemicals, and medicaments. Rwanda spent 275 million to import packaged medicaments, pesticide, soap, mixed minerals, fertilizer, cleaning products. Still 75 million. Rwanda spent on foodstuffs like sugar, sauce and seasoning, yeast, liquor, soya beans meal, wine, baked goods, raw tobacco, fruit juice. Rwanda spent 185 million.
To get the full video, check the description or visit www.globaltradecollege.com.